Astronomy has played a crucial part in the history of the Muslim community and is integral to many of our daily practices. This includes the calculation of the daily position of the sun for prayer, the moon cycle for keeping of the monthly calendar, and the determination of the start and end of fasting during the month of Ramadan, to the pursuit of the celestial science of astronomy. This has also led to the sending of 8 Muslim astronauts and cosmonauts into space in the pursuit of exploration, scientific study, and space tourism. The first Muslim astronaut sent into space was Sultan Salman Al Saud from Saudi Arabia on June 17, 1985, aboard Space Shuttle Discovery mission STS-51G as a payload mission specialist, where he helped to develop and to deploy the Arabsat 1B satellite. The second Muslim in space was Mohammed Ahmed Faris of Syria, who flew as a research cosmonaut on Soyuz TM-3 and to the Mir space station in July of 1987. Musa Kiramanovich Manarov, who is an Azerbaijan-Russian engineer cosmonaut, flew as a flight engineer on Soyuz TM-4 for a duration of 365 days. From December 2, 1990 until May 26, 1991, he flew again as a flight engineer on Soyuz TM-11 for a duration of 175 days. During his mission, Manarov performed 20 hours of spacewalks. On August 29, 1989, cosmonaut Abdul Rauf Muhammad of Afghanistan flew on board the Soyuz TM-5 spacecraft and on the Mir space station and conducted astrophysical, medical, and biological experiments. Cosmonaut Talgat Aman Geldyuli Musabayev of Kazakhstan is a Kazakh test pilot and who flew on the following space missions: Soyuz TM-19 as flight engineer for a total of 125 days, 22 hours and 53 minutes in space. On Soyuz TM-27 as commander for a total of 207 days. And on Soyuz TM-32 and Soyuz TM-31 as commander for a period of 7 days, 22 hours and 4 minutes. He has spent a total of 341 days and 9 hours in space. Salizan Shakirovich Sharipov is an Uzbek-Russian cosmonaut. Sharipov has logged over 211 hours in space. He served as a mission specialist on the crew of Space Shuttle Endeavour STS-89 from January 22nd until January 31st, 1998. The 8th Shuttle Mir docking mission, during which the crew transferred more than 8,000 pounds of scientific equipment, logistical hardware, and water from Space Shuttle to Mir. Sharipov was also a flight engineer on Expedition 10 to the International Space Station. The total amount of time he spent in space was 201 days, 14 hours, and 50 minutes. Anousheh Ansari is the Iranian-American co-founder and chairman of Proteus Systems Incorporated and a spaceflight participant with the Russian space program. Anousheh Ansari is the Iranian-American co-founder and chairman of Proteus Systems Incorporated and a spaceflight participant with the Russian space program. Ansari lifted off on the Soyuz TMA-9 International Space Station mission on Monday, September 18, 2006, from Baikonur, Kazakhstan. Ansari became the 4th and first female space tourist. During her 8-day stay on board the International Space Station, Ansari performed a series of experiments on behalf of the European Space Agency. Her total time in space, 10 days and 21 hours. Sheikh Mustafa Shakur is a Malaysian orthopedic surgeon and was the first Malaysian to go into space. He was launched to the International Space Station on board Soyuz TM-11 with the Expedition 16 crew on October 10, 2007. Sheikh Mustafa performed experiments on board the International Space Station relating to the characteristics and growth of liver, cancer and leukemia cells, and the crystallization of various proteins and microbes in space. Since the Sheikh's time in space coincided with the last part of Ramadan, the Islamic National Fatwa Council drew up the first comprehensive guidebook for Muslims in space. The 18-page guidebook is titled Guidelines for Performing Islamic Rites at the National Space Station. It details issues such as how to pray in a low-gravity environment, how to locate Mecca from the ISS, and how to determine prayer times and issues surrounding fasting.